Hi guys, and a very happy Onam to you all. So today it's time for an awesome story. The story is about the myth behind celebrating Onam. So according to Srimad Bhagawada, the source of the story of Vamana and Mahabali, it goes like this. Mahabali's birth was closely after the Amrit Madan, where the gods and asuras churned the excellier of life, that is Amrit, from the Meru mountain. So as the story goes, gods were too scared to give the asuras the Amrit, so they took it all for themselves, which made asuras very antagonistic towards the gods. Here by gods I mean the demigods. Mahabali is the grandson of Prahalada, and he is the successor of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, if I am pronouncing it correctly. So being the successor of the Asura gods who had a history of being mad with the gods, the demigods, Mahabali was also very influenced by that, and he wanted to wage war against the demigods. So by the help of his Guru Shukracharya, Mahabali was able to please Lord Brahma. As a result, he got a lot of boons. He got the strength and the power and the arsenal to defeat anyone in the universe. So he took that straight to Devaloka. He was declaring war against the Devas. So Lord Indra got scared, obviously, and he approached his guru Brihaspati. So he asked Brihaspati what to do, and Brihaspati tells him that Mahabali has gotten the boon of his guru and Lord Brahma. Therefore, we can't do anything about that. It's better that you all leave this place and give it to him. So accordingly, Indra with his associate and his kingdom abandons their home, enabling Mahabali to become the new god of the universe. So now one thing about Mahabali is that he is very honest and he is a very generous man. And what are his faults? Greed and ego. And that also causes misery. So goddess Aditi, who is the mother of all the devas, got very upset and sad that her sons had fled their land, leaving her alone. So she seeks advice from her husband, the great sage Kashyap. He tells her to do yajna, to seek help from Lord Vishnu. So she does the yajna, and Lord Vishnu appears before her, and knowing her great sadness and misery, Lord Vishnu said that he will be reborn as her child, who is Vamana. So Vamana is a Brahmin with a lot of Brahmanical qualities. After Mahabali gains the control of the entire universe, he conducts a huge yajna called the Ashwamedha Yajna. So being very generous, he is giving away a lot of stuff to a lot of dignitaries and people. And Vamana also takes part in this yajna. Seeing Vamana's splendor and the Brahmanical knowledge exuding from him, Mahabali understands that this is a saintly person, and he offers to give Vamana anything that he wants. So in reply to that, Vamana asks for 3 paces of land. And now at this point, Mahabali actually boasts about all his possessions, how much he has, and why Vamana is not asking for anything more than this, just 3 paces. This obviously shows the ego that Mahabali has, which Vamana is trying to destroy. So first Vamana tries to make Mahabali understand the fault in his ways, telling that me as Vamana is not dissatisfied with what I am given, and everyone should be like that. Does Mahabali listen to that? No. And Shukracharya, Mahabali's guru, at once tells him that this is all a trick done by Lord Vishnu. You should not trust this Brahmin. You should be dishonest to him because he is trying to trick you to take all your land away. But Mahabali, being a very generous and a very truthful king, refuses to take his own guru's advice and proceeds to give Vamana the 3 pieces of land. And of course, Vamana takes the form of the ultimate power and fills the whole universe in just his 2 steps. Now, Vamana does not have any space to keep his 3rd piece. So, I actually didn't read whether he keeps the feet on Mahabali's head actually. So as far as I was able to understand, because Vamana could not fulfill the promise that he made, he was restrained by Varuna to be taken to hell. At that point, Brahma, King Prahlada, Shiva and all the demigods, everyone is assembled there, seeing the feet of Mahabali and Vamana. Prahlada and Lord Brahma asks the supreme head, the supreme godhead, that he has done so good by you and he now understands the fault of his ways. So why is he being taken to hell? Lord Vishnu agrees to that and says, Mahabali through this experience have actually learned the greatness of detachment, vairagya, and his ego and greed has dissipated. So now, having attained the great knowledge, he no longer has to go to hell. Once Mahabali is rid of his greedy and egoistic ways and have attained the truth of God or truth of Vaishnavism, Lord Vishnu tells him to go to Sudala. And what is Sudala? Sudala is a land, a realm or a planet or Sudala Loka, which is more beautiful than Swargaloka. By being in Sudala, Mahabali is actually being in the presence of Lord Vishnu all the time. This is also the place where King Prahlada lives. So Sudala is the land of Lord Vishnu. It is built by the architect Vishwakarma, who also built Swargaloka. And even the demigods covet Sudaloka, but only the most pristine of people can live there. So that's where Mahavishnu takes Mahabali after his greed and his ego has dissipated and he has understood detachment and the true kind of bhakti for Lord Vishnu. So in Sudala there is no worries, no ailments, no misery, no diseases, just pure bliss and abundance. So that is the place Mahabali is being taken, not hell. So we have all been told that Onam is the celebration of the punishment of a cruel king. But in reality, Onam is the celebration of liberation of a confused, egoistic, albeit a very kind-hearted king. Who knew, right? So if you don't believe what I'm saying, if you think that I'm making this up, please go and either read Srimad Bhagawada that you may have it at your home, or you can just search online and find Srimad Bhagawada in any language which you can read and understand for yourself. For as far as I'm concerned, I'm very happy to be born in this culture and civilization. I'm very glad to have destroyed this very misconception that I had about Vamana and Mahabali. Once again, I have to say that Onam is not the punishment of Mahabali, an evil god, but it is the liberation and the enlightenment of Mahabali, a great, generous, yet egoistic king. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. So this Onam, share this story with everyone. Let everyone know about the truth of Vamana and Mahabali's story. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories and thoughts like this. Have a great time. Happy Onam, and thank you for watching.